Hey there, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Of course, I want you to subscribe. Are you kidding? Why would you not? Because it is fantastic. And we're starting a series this month called Live Big. Live big. I think it's really fun and exciting, significant. Let's live big and not some little tiny ant amoeba existence. So what do you mean by live big? Well, here's what I think. I think that especially in this time in our lives, in the world, and all this crazy, weird existence that we have in 2020, it's a bizarre season for sure. And I think if we're not careful, the stuff that's happening around us, we can find ourselves shrinking, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I want to give you this example. You know, when we think about the sun, and if you take a quarter, look at this quarter, you're like, that's, yeah, nice. If you put it up to the sun, I can adjust it so that the quarter can block out the sun. And I say that because I think sometimes when we magnify problems, they get bigger than God. But when you take the quarter away, or you let God be God, then the sun is its real size, and God is his real size. And if we're going to live big and be who God has made us to be, we can't magnify problems. We cannot let the problems be bigger than God. When we magnify God, when we exalt God, when we let God be who God is, acknowledge, hey, God, you're big, then the problems get small and we begin and continue to live big. So that's my challenge for you today. And I want to do this series this month about living big and move the quarter. Let God be big. Let God be magnified in our lives. And the first example I want us to consider is Mary, the mother of Jesus. Because when we think about her, when the angel Gabriel came to her and said, hey, guess what? You're gonna get pregnant. She's a teenager, and she's living in a community, in a country that doesn't applaud unwed pregnancies. In fact, they do everything but applaud it. They by Jewish law, should stone her for getting pregnant out of wedlock. So when the angel comes to her and is like, woohoo! I think she was like, maybe it's possible, but I got to think about the logistics of how this plays out in my daily living. It's a little bit concerning. And how can this be since I've never known a man? That's what she said to the angel. I don't know how to get pregnant without doing that sex part. It's little, and the angel explains to her, the Holy Spirit will overshadow you. And I like her reply to all of it. Because she doesn't be like, pick somebody else. I don't want to be that. Da, 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 da. I like what she says. She says in Luke 1:46, my soul magnifies the Lord. And my challenge for you and me today, you and I, we have problems. And absolutely true. Your problems might be health problems. Your problems might be some relationship problems. Your problems might be financial problems. Your problems might be some emotional issues. Your problem might be decisions that you have to make, an uncertainty. Your problem might be the COVID thing. But here's the thing. If we let our souls magnify the problems, we put the quarter up to the sun, then we're going to have very small lives. And we're made to magnify the Lord. And when we exalt God and we say God is bigger than your problem. And you're like, I know that. In my better moments, I know that. But family, let's choose to exalt, to magnify the Lord so that when people look at us, and we have problems, but my soul magnifies the Lord. It's not that I deny the problems or ignore them and say they're not there. It's not that at all. But I choose to recognize that God is bigger than the problem. God is bigger than the hardship, the difficulty, the uncertainty, the whatever. God is bigger. So let's live big. And let's say yes to our soul, magnifying the Lord. And of course, I'd love to get your feedback. That would be fantastic. And thank you for subscribing. Hit the bell right there to get the notifications. And really, I tell you, this series, I'm really excited about this series. So I want to ask you to give me some feedback. What would be things that you would magnify? You're like, what do you mean by that? Well, for me, when it comes to March, I like, my soul would magnify college basketball because it's called March Madness. That might be a magnifying challenge for me. Are there some things, what would your soul magnify? It might be exercise. And you can put in the little description there, or the little feedback. What are some things that you might magnify? And then let's encourage each other that we magnify the Lord and make sure that God is always bigger than our problems. Whatever we might fixate on, God is still bigger. So here's your joke as we finish, because obviously we love these jokes, I say with tongue in cheek. Hey, whoever invented the knock knock joke should get a Nobel Prize. Knock knock, Nobel. I know. Next week is going to be far, far better. Thanks again. Catch you next week.